What's going on, guys? Today I want to bring you a quick video going over my rifle night vision setup, kind of tell you guys a little bit more about it and how it kind of works for me, maybe give you some ideas to help piece yours together. So starting out here in the front, I like to run the PEC family of laser illuminators for kind of longer range stuff, 50 to 100 meters. The illuminator on this is really good for that, as well as the lasers inside. For inside stuff, close stuff, I like to have some sort of white and infrared capable standalone light. I find that the beam pattern on this is really good. Obviously there's the white light. Beam pattern on this is really good for hallways, rooms like that, where this is kind of better at distance for me personally. So these two kind of work in conjunction together to kind of cover all my bases from close to far. When you start running stuff like this, it's probably a pretty good idea to have some sort of way to activate it, unless you want to use the fire button on the PEC, as well as like a clicky cap on the back, and then no wires for you, no need for pressure pads. But for me personally, I like using pressure pads. I find it's a little bit more ergonomic for me than trying to C-clamp the PEC or run a clicky cap on the Surefire, since I like to run my light on the opposite side of my actual support hand. So was using the Surefire dual switch. I found wasn't really working for me in awkward shooting positions. I might accidentally hit the wrong button if my grip had to change a little bit. So switch back to the HRF ramp with a mod button, as well as the flat mod button. So that way I know, hey, when I feel that slope, that's going to be my PEC, versus the flat one going to be my Surefire. Don't want to accidentally laser something or illuminate something you didn't mean to. That's kind of really important when you're shooting under night vision. So Surefire way to tactically feel which is which on the button side. I know some guys wrap theirs with tape and stuff like that. When you start running, obviously pressure pads, you're going to have wires all over the front of your gun. I like to clean those up with Arshan wire guides here. They keep everything tight, so that way if something accidentally gets unplugged, I know where it's at. It's not going to be flopping around loosely. You can get away with zip ties. Personal preference up here, but keep that in mind when you start running a ton of wires all over the front of your gun. Something I don't really see people talking about is possibly adding a magwell on your night rifle if you can. AK guys, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you here, but HRF magwell, been running this for a while now, gives you a ton more surface area on the bottom here to kind of hit in the dark, and so you're not fumbling around on reloads in the dark. Something to keep in mind, it's cheap, it's easy, why not do it, right? So optics, bringing that optic up, allowing you to passive aim is a huge deal in my opinion, in case something goes down up here, or you just don't want to light the laser up and you can just passively aim through this and possibly not give your position away with an infrared laser if someone else has nods, or if the situation permits it, whatever. We're not going to get into all that, but bring your optic up, passive aim through it, really good skill to have. Ton of people making these on the market. This is the Overbore, there's Unity, Scalarworks, ton of good companies out there making mounts like that. So that's kind of how everything works here. It covers all my bases, so I have kind of close range illumination with the Surefire, longer range with the PEC, as well as the laser to help aim at distance, and the optic, being able to passive aim through this if I'm working up close and I don't want to light that laser off, whatever. So that's kind of my setup, kind of how it's working for me. Works really good. If you have any questions on the setup, you want to talk lights, lasers, illuminators, all that stuff in the comments, leave them down below. I'd be happy to chime in and kind of talk with you guys. With all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching.